On the option one more time, he's got Jason Jarrett. He's across the 40, he's across the 50, the 40. He's going to score down to the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Milton, no flag.
Smart football player, and he's carrying the ball again into the center this time, following his fullback, and he's broken loose. He came out of nowhere. He's broken loose, and he runs the ball.
He pitches to Comfer. Comfer picks his way. Good hole there. He's still on his feet. He's down. He's got one man to beat. I don't know if Snyder can catch him. He cannot, and he's
on a little bootleg action. Going to throw back to Ross. Marr misses. Ross, oh, nice open field running. Ross is going.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Sports Spotlight here on your Community Cable Network. I'm Bob Hickox, along with Steve Bish, and tonight we come to you from Danville Ironmen Stadium, where the 2-1 Danville Ironmen will take on the 3-0 Halifax Wildcats. Steve, should be a pretty good game tonight. What should we expect?
Well, you know, this is one of those games you don't know what to expect. Halifax is not an area team. You never know what they bring. Last year they came up here, ran all over Danville, had a back that had over 300 yards himself. I'm sure Coach Jeremy Wynn and his defensive coaches have worked very hard knowing that Halifax is going to come right at them.
Halifax likes to run, and Danville does a good job of stopping the run, so it should be a good, close game.
Well, Danville has allowed their opponents about 3 yards rush this year, which is outstanding. So we're kind of pitting strength against strength. What's interesting tonight, the wind is going to be a factor. It's gusty out here, so throwing the ball is going to be a little difficult.
Well, stay with us. We'll have all the action when we return after this timeout.
This Historic Inn, located in the beautiful Susquehanna Valley, is known for its fresh seafood, steak, and Italian cuisine, and the perfect choice for banquets, parties, and receptions. Have your party here. We're at the Watson Inn. Your ideas come alive. With a full-service bar, stage, and dance floor, your guests will be treated to a banquet like no other. Stayover accommodations for your guests are available, and they can relax in the Red Oak Bar and Lounge. Fun dining at its finest, serving more than just a meal.
Has your furniture seen better days? Don't face another season without a fresh new look for your home from Gimberling's Furniture. See our expansive showrooms for your next dining room, living room, bedroom, or other addition to your home. We also have accent pieces and accessories to complete your room. Be comfortable indoors this season. Find what you're looking for at Gimberling's Furniture, Route 405, just east of Lewisburg.
Turbotville National Bank, your full-featured source for financial services. We provide complete loan services when you need additional finances. A wide variety of savings plans to meet all your financial goals. The benefits of the Winter 50 checking account. The power of PC and telebanking. Now you can manage your money from home with your personal computer or telephone. Plus the convenience of a drive-up ATM and night deposit box. Visit our website at ttnb.com. Your hometown bank for over 88 years. Turbotville National Bank, member FDIC.
Try all you want, but nothing can replace the rush you get from a Kawasaki Ninja.
Welcome back to Danville Ironmen Stadium, where the Ironmen have won the toss and they elected to receive, and they will be receiving into the wind.
Deep to receive, the Wildcats kickoff.
The Wildcats will be kicking with the wind, as you may have saw while we were down there doing our introduction. The wind is blowing from, I guess that would be north to south.
Be right to left as on the viewer's screen, and it's pretty significant at times. I think that it could definitely be a factor in the game.
Right Faust deep for the Ironmen. And it's a kick taken by Faust, 20. He's up the middle, still on his feet, and he is knocked down at the 41-yard line. And now with tonight's starting lineup for the Ironmen, here's Steve Bish.
Bob for the Ironmen, starting at split end 24, Josh Paraquet. Number 60, Matt Cunfer at tackle. Number 71, Steve Crum at a guard. 55, Blake Peeler at center. 63, Adam Dietz at the other guard. And 79, John Godonis at the second tackle.
Well, they will go out of a single setback, receivers wide to the right. They'll send Jeffries in motion. Handoff up the middle to Ale, and he'll get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Steve?
Well, rounding out that starting lineup for the Danville Ironmen, number 11, Ryan Olaf is the tight end. 35, Steve Jeffries, the fullback. Number 40, who you just saw run the ball, Kyle Ale, is the tailback. Number 13, Mike Faust, is a flanker. And the quarterback is number 12, Travis Miller.
If you take a look at the roster, they've got some big bodies, Halifax does, down on that line. They're all over 200 pounds, except 2 in the whole defense. Out of the eye. Miller will go back to pass. He's under a little bit of pressure. He'll get it away, though. That pass intended for Ryan Olaf, just wide, which was good because Olaf was covered pretty well there, and it will be a 3rd down and 10.
Well, it was just a little waggle pattern, and Olaf came out and ran a little out pattern, and actually the timing was just off a little bit. Travis Miller had Olaf open early, and the ball needed to be delivered just about 2 beats quicker there. And might have been a completion. That leaves 3rd and long. And actually, you know, that time I have to say into the wind didn't seem to be a major issue.
Jeffries in the slot, Ale in the backfield. Miller back to throw. Good block there by Ale. He'll go deep. And he will hit Mike Faust. Faust still on his feet, down to the 34-yard line. Big gainer there, about, what, 20, 25 yards?
26 yards.
26 yards for Mike Faust.
That ball was delivered right on time. That was an excellent pass by Travis Miller. Had Faust on the little out pattern right at the first down yardage. Good pattern by Mike Faust. 26-yard gain. The Ironmen are moving the chains.
Well, good block there by Kyle Ale to save Travis Miller from getting a sack. They'll go out of the eye. Pitch goes to Ale. He's across the 30, down to the 27-yard line.
Little option action. They motioned to the wide side of the field, option to it. Kyle Ale able to pick up 7 yards on that. If you look at this Halifax defense, Bob, they're playing about 9 guys in the box.
They are doing a 4-4 defense. They got 2 tackles and they got 2 ends, and then they got 4 backers in the box.
Well, and they're playing tight. They're really pressing at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and about 3.
You look here, that safety's no more than 6 yards off the ball.
That is correct. Just at the very right of your screen. Handoff to Ale up the middle. He's still on his feet, shed a couple of tacklers, and he'll fight down to the 25-yard line.
I think that's going to be first down. It's going to be awfully close. We'll have to depend on the spot there.
I think he's going to be short, Steve, by maybe a foot or 2. We're in the first quarter, and we are scoreless at 9:24 to go here.
Well, this is 4-down territory, so there's 2 downs to make a foot. But I look for Danville to come with play action pass. Halifax is just threatening them to throw the ball, playing, it's referred to as a press defense, up tight in their receivers, nobody in that deep middle.
Nope. And there's the option to, oh man, he got hit head on.
To get the number
55,
30, 24.
24
came up. That was Derek Grosser. Boy, he put a stick on Ale for no gain there.
And Nathan Kaufman also in there on the tackle for Halifax, dropped him a couple of yards. It's 4th down.
That's a, and again,
not saying this to second guess, but when you have those kind of numbers coming, you hate to run wide. It's tough. It's tough to get outside of that. I think sometimes you're further ahead just to go north and south and try those quick hitters. And especially if you have any kind of stunts, that thing can go for a big play because there's nobody deep.
Miller will keep the ball himself. He's looking deep. Oh, he's got a wide open, and there's pass interference, but the ball is caught down to the 2 by Ryan Olaf. There is, I think that's going to be pass interference, Steve.
Olaf brought down at the 1-yard line.
We'll hear what the official, John Shoup, has to say. John Shoup, our official.
That was an unbelievable catch by Olaf. Great concentration. That ball was tipped, and I think he was interfered with or held prior to the catch.
Holding. Decline. It'll be first and 10. First and goal.
Well, a couple of things happened there. Number one, Miller had a lot of time to throw. Number two, he very poised back there, looked the field over, and then when he delivered that ball, Ryan Olaf showed great concentration to make that catch. Danville on the 2-yard line. They're in business now.
Kyle Ale, he's on the 5. He's going to try to stretch it out. Touchdown!
In for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Kyle Ale. That touchdown coming at 7:48 puts the Ironmen up 6-0. Kyle Ale just on a little bit of a sweep.
Well, just tough runner, and he needed 2 yards, and he just got outside of that tackle and then squared his shoulders up and made for the goal line.
Mark Hummel for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. Danville leads the Halifax Wildcats by a score of 7-0. We'll have more action when we return after this short timeout.
A great sportscaster once promised to tell it like it is. Not quite, because first you have to tell it like it was. Every weeknight, Classic Now will take breaking sports news and give it to you with a deep perspective and backstory. I'm Josh Elliott. Join me for Classic Now, where the past is always present.
7 Eastern, weeknights, only on ESPN Classic.
There you take a look at the partisan Danville fans here right in front of us. That shot by Batman Gertie down there on the camera. Aston White, that is his shot up top, and Larry Zepataki in the truck tonight.
Beautiful night for football. As we said, a little windy, but temperatures cooled down. Field's in great condition. Nice crowd here, and Danville, very impressive on that drive, Bob. Able to run the ball. Have to give a lot of credit to Travis Miller. Showed a lot of poise, delivered the ball. First pass we mentioned he was a little late, but after that he had the ball on target and on time. And great catch by Ryan Olaf, and Kyle Ale, proven performer. When you get down 2-yard line, you know he's going to stick it in for you.
Mungold deep for Halifax, and it's a low liner, be taken by one of the up guys. That's Nathan Kaufman.
Almost kick taken by number 44.
And he'll get knocked down at the 35-yard line. And with Halifax's starting lineup, here's Steve.
Okay, Bob, for Halifax, split end number 8, Kyle Mongold. The tackle, Cody Leitzel, number 71. At guard, number 50, Tyler Enders. At center, number 51, Lance Chubb. The other guard is 56, Jared Westfall. And the other tackle, number 55, David Schertzer.
A pass right off the bat to Floyd Turner. Turner will get down to the 43-yard line.
Floyd brought down by number.
Rounding out that starting lineup for Halifax, the tight end is 81, Jeremy Hoffman. Fullback 44, Nathan Kaufman. Halfback 11, John Nethercote. 24, Derek Grosser is the tailback. And a quarterback number 10, Zach Klinger.
Zach Klinger comes right out firing. It'll be a second and a long 2 or a short 3. Handoff up the middle, and that one to Turner, I believe, and he'll get knocked back maybe a yard, excuse me, number 24, it's Derek Grosser, and he will be knocked back for maybe a yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Well, Ryan Olaf came from his linebacking position and just polished him off. Somebody stood him up down low. And
receivers wide to the right. 2-step drop. Oh, nicely broken up there by Brandon Wright. That ball intended for John Nethercoat.
I'll tell you, Brandon Wright had great position on that, and that little fade pattern. You're counting on your receiver's athleticism to make that catch, but Wright had perfect position and just gave the receiver no chance to catch that ball.
Copen fouls back deep as it is 4th down, and about 3 or 4. It is a high punt with the wind. It'll take one hop. Oh my! It just took off like a bullet. Faust is going to be tackled on about the 7, but there is a flag on the play.
I think somebody may have got a face mask coming by. There was really no one else down there blocking. I'm not sure what else the call could be. If so, very fortunate for the Ironmen to get better field position. Right now, that ball's
sitting on the 6 or 7.
6 or 7 yard line.
Man, as soon as it hit the ground, it just shot like a bullet. There's John Shoup.
During the run back, we have an illegal block, number 2 in the back. It'll be half the distance from the spot. It'll be 1st down, Danville.
Illegal block in the back, and it'll be half the distance to the goal line, as you heard John Shoup make that call. The rest of the officials, Ron Hicks is the line judge, Bob Lorson is the umpire. The back judge is Joe Keller, and the linesman is Ken Swineford.
Well, Danville's going to have to be very careful. They have that ball about their own 4-yard line now, into a significant win.
If you just look at almost the middle of the screen, you'll see a very faint flag. That's the soccer flag. It's bent over. It's blowing so hard down there. Handoff goes up the middle to Jeffries, and he'll give him a little breathing room. Looks like it'll be on about the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, that's a good play. It gives them a little breathing room. You may not think 3 yards is much, but down in that area, it just psychologically you have a little more room to operate, and they have an opportunity to move those chains now.
2nd down, the clock is at 5:37 in the 1st. Danville leads 7-0. It was an option. Travis Miller hit by the first guy through. Mitchell Amarello making that tackle.
Number 13, Mitch Amarello.
Looks like maybe a yard. I don't think they moved that at all.
Just, it looks like it's now on the 9, Steve. 3rd and 6.
This Halifax defense very aggressive, quick to pursue. Look for some counters, some misdirection, to try to take advantage of that.
You're not going to pass here?
I'm not going to pass.
Well, they're out of the eye.
But Danville is.
Trying to hit Faust. In and out of his hand.
Intended for Mike Faust.
As Travis Miller unable to complete that, but it hit Faust kind of on the wrong side of the shoulder.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a great pass. Miller put that right where it had to be. He either caught the ball or it was an incomplete pass. So when I said you don't pass,
For the Wildcats,
that's a safe pass here.
Mongold and number 33.
Yeah,
smart quarterback, well executed. If an incomplete pass could be a good play, that was.
Now they'll be punting from their end zone into a stiff breeze. The return is on.
Nice
Good kick.
Great kick into the wind.
Drives Halifax back to the 50.
Taken at the 49-yard line.
Mongold is tackled on the 40. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on Danville's 40-yard line, their best field position.
Oh, that was an outstanding kick into that wind.
There you see the flags. Pretty stiff breeze, again, blowing from right to left on your television screen.
Well, Halifax in great field position here. They have the ball on Danville 40-yard line.
Handoff up the middle to Kaufman.
Klinger hands off to number 44.
Kaufman will get to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5.
5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5 with the Ironmen 35.
I will say one thing about Halifax. There's not a lot of mystery. Boy, they line up and they come right at you. And I think that's what Danville expected, and Halifax hasn't disappointed.
Last week, Kaufman had 156 yards on the ground out of the gun. That pass goes to Nethercoat, and not much doing there, Steve.
No.
John Nethercoat.
About 3 yards on that.
Steve Jeffries.
Jeffries on the tackle there. You get a look at him.
Jeffries reacted very quickly to that. Just a little flanker
3rd
screen,
and
and it's that underneath screen. And give credit to Steve Jeffries. He moved very quickly, reacted to that, and held that for about a yard gain.
Grosser, the senior tailback, is leading. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, my. No flag there.
That was close. Mr. Jeffries just dodged a bullet there.
That pass was right on the money.
Yeah, that was a good pass. That was right there. That was a catchable ball.
And it's 4th and about 3.5, 4, and they'll be going for it here.
Oh yeah, this is 4-down territory. I think they'll definitely go for it. And
they'll bring in another back, Tyler Floyd. And they've been running some backs in and out of there again. Grosser, the single setback, or Floyd, excuse me, and he'll take 1, he'll take 2, and he'll probably knock down a couple of Danville players for the first down. Floyd able to get that first down. That's the first down that they've earned, right?
It is.
And it is now at 3 minutes left. Halifax got themselves a little drive going here. Ball's being spotted on the 27-yard line.
Well, they took a back in motion. They had a slot back over there with 2 lead blockers, and Floyd just turned it up, and just good hard football.
And there is Kaufman, and he is in between the guards on that one. And we'll give him about almost 5 yards. Called a long 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Kaufman's a big kid, runs hard, but he runs high, and he makes himself vulnerable. He's listed at 6'1", 200 pounds, which is that's a big back in high school.
That is a big back. That's a lineman in most high schools. And a rollout. Uh-oh, there it is. Touchdown.
Pass is complete for a touchdown.
That is a touchdown as Klinger throws it. Was that number 8? Mongold?
I think so, yes.
Number 8, Kyle Mongold.
And there you saw, that was the same play that they were unable to score on before, Steve. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go, and they will go for an extra point attempt here by Ryan Bosdorf. The kick is up, and it looks good. We are tied here at 7 apiece with 2:09 to go. We'll stay right here. And I'd like to say that this CCN Sports presentation is brought to you in part by Vogel's Cleaners, the CCN 2005 Player of the Game hat sponsor, Kerrville National Bank, Milton Transportation, Standard Journal newspapers, Bill Marks Auto Sales, Hoover Furniture Galleries, Better's Jewelers, the new Community Credit Union, Comcast Sportsnet, Kurtz Kawasaki, the Danville News, Domino's Pizza with 2 locations, one in Lewisburg and the other in Milton, Gemberling's Furniture, Watson Inn, Klinger Lumber, Sovereign Bank in Danville, Lewisburg, Milton, and Watsontown, Fox Sports, Pittsburgh, and the Route 15 Silver Moon Furniture Outlet. Steve, what can you say about that one? Well executed.
Well, and Halifax is coming in, and they are showing a lot of balance. They've run the ball 7 times, have thrown the ball 4 times. Excuse me, Danville has done that. Halifax has thrown the ball 5 times and run the ball 4 times. So showing a great balance there. And this, I got to say, this kid for Halifax, Zach Klinger, throws the football very well.
Right and Faust deep. And that ball does go deep. It'll go to Brandon Wright. He'll take it on the 5. He'll go right up the gut on the middle return, then be knocked down at the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Danville Ironmen. They'll have 2 minutes and 1 second to go to try to run this quarter out. We're tied at 7 apiece. There you see Jeremy Wynn giving Travis Miller the play.
It'll be interesting to see. Now Danville's shown the ability to throw the ball in Halifax. They've had one run of 7 yards, but other than that, they haven't run the ball for more than 3 yards.
Well, it's 1st and 10. Hand off to Ale. He slipped, and he will just regain his balance in time to get tackled for a loss. And that looked like number 81, Jeffrey Hoffman, on that tackle. That's about a 6-yard loss, Steve.
Well, and again, I just don't think Danville's going to have a lot of success trying to go wide in his defense. There are too many men close to the line of scrimmage. Those corners are up tight. There's a lot of penetration. I think against this kind of defense with misdirection or quick hitters, you're going to be much more successful.
1:26 left on the clock. 2nd and 16. Ale up the middle. He'll break 1, 2, maybe 3 tackles in. He'll be tackled finally on the 33-yard line, and that'll be a gain of about 9, but it brings up a 3rd and 7.
And I think that's Kyle L's strength right there. Those quick hitters. He's a very effective back when he gets a shoulder square to the line of scrimmage. He runs low, runs hard. I like to refer to him as a downhill runner inside. He's just a real load and very effective.
Single setback, receivers wide to the right and left. Tight ends in, Miller back to pass. There's a hold.
Yeah, they didn't see it.
And a complete pass to number 28, Taylor McGargle.
It's going to be,
and there's an injury.
Oh, it's an incomplete pass there.
An incomplete pass. And we're going to take a timeout here, Steve. Well, we're going to stay here, but we're going to chat here. We're going to stay on the air, but there is an injury.
Well, and again, want to say that Travis Miller has been very impressive early in the game in terms of setting up and showing a lot of poise in that pocket. He had some heat on. You're right. Danville got away with a hold there. I saw a handful of jerseys get released.
Yeah.
I hate to say, I can't see who the injured player is. It looks like they're working on his lower leg, so we don't want to speculate at this point.
Well, I'm going to speculate here and say Vogel's Cleaners at 140 South Front Street in Milton is CCN's Player of the Game hat sponsor. Vogel's Cleaners is celebrating their 80th anniversary with specials each month for the rest of the year. It means you got a couple of more yet before 2006. Hey, so stop by and get your 20% off on their monthly special. And don't forget, they change them each month. So take advantage each and every month that you go into Vogel's Cleaners. Vogel's Cleaners at 140 South Front Street in Milton. The Player of the Game hat sponsor. Let's say it 51, Steve.
Injured player, number 51, Lance Chubb.
That's Lance Chubb. who is their starting center. And he looks like he's walking it off. Maybe it was a cramp. Let's hope it's nothing serious. But Danville, 4th and about 8, going to be in a punting situation here.
And they will be punting into the wind.
Deep for the Wildcats.
Miller is set to punt.
Tyler Floyd.
Another good kick into that wind.
That taken by Mongold, and he reverses the field across the 40 and be knocked down at the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with about 20 seconds to go, Steve.
Well, Mongold really had nowhere to go. Number 80, Sidney Smith for Danville, hustling down the field. Missed a tackle, but forced Mongold to turn it back, and pursuit got him. So Danville improving that field position situation a little bit. Halifax starting on their own 41-yard line, 42-yard line, call it.
Handoff goes up the middle to Kaufman, and they'll give him maybe 1 on that. And that probably is going to be the last play of the quarter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we'll end the first quarter, and we are knotted at 7 apiece between the Danville Ironmen and the Halifax Wildcats. Stay with us. We'll be back with second quarter action after these important messages.
Vogel's Cleaners is very proud to be the 2005 Player of the Game hat sponsor. In honor of celebrating our 80th year, we are having our 20% off sale. Each month, 1 or 2 items of dry cleanable clothing will be on special. Be sure to stop by or call to see what's on special each month, and congratulations from Vogel's Cleaners to all recipients of the Player of the Game CCN Sports hat.
Something fantastic is still going on at Bill Mark's Auto Sales. Not only does Bill give a 5-month, 5,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, Bill has more 4-wheel drive pickups, quad cabs, crew cabs, SUVs, vans, and cargo vans than any other dealer in the area. Over 100 vehicles to see at one location. Every vehicle comes with Bill's 5-month, 5,000-mile warranty. So why not steer your way into the home of Central Pennsylvania's largest independent dealer, Bill Mark's Auto Sales, Route 15 north of Lewisburg.
Milton Transportation would like to present the following public safety educational ad. Large commercial vehicles require a lot of additional space to make turns safely. Here you will notice the truck must go to the driver's extreme left to make the right turn. Many times, cars drive into the no zone area and find themselves in a squeeze play. Avoid this by using common courtesy. When you see a truck going wide to the driver's left with a right turn signal on, please stay back until the truck has turned safely. A 30-second wait can prevent an accident or an injury.
Move it, Rover.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the game.
Hey, Joey, wake up.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys, the girls are here.
Hello, ladies. Come in.
Hi, girls. Hey. Come on in. Join us.
We brought drinks.
Hi, Charlene.
Hi, Austin. Don't be shy, Charlene. Join in. Okay. Your color goes so well with the walls of your city.
If you live, work, or worship in Northumberland or Union counties, you can now join the money-saving financial services available at the new Community Credit Union. The staff are dedicated to providing their members with low-interest loans, personal service, and a lifetime of benefits for you and your family. Located on Route 45 in Montandon, with easy access drive-up window and a convenient 24/7 ATM. Come meet the staff and join today. New Community Credit Union on Route 45 in Montandon.
Welcome back to Danville Ironman Stadium. There you take a look at the sunset over Ironman Stadium, and that goes to the, I guess, almost the northwest that you're looking there. You, somebody has digging in there looking for some tape. Earlier, we were able to show the coach for Halifax, which is Dave Burrell, in the shorts over there walking around. But it'll be second in a bunch, 2nd and 9. There's the pass as he hits Tyler Floyd. And he'll gain 3, maybe. I tell you, that's tough running there, Steve.
Yeah, it is. Call it, we'll give him a generous 3 yards. But it brings up 3rd and about 6, and that's where Danville, I'm sure, would love to force that punt now and get some decent field position.
3rd and a bunch, just underway here. Tie 7-7 in the second quarter. And they'll have single set back receivers, 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Pass right across the middle on the slant, as that was intended for Mongold. Klinger unable to get it done there, and they will be punting this puppy out of here. And now Halifax will have the opportunity to punt into the wind.
Well, Danville did a nice job punting into the wind, really.
13, Mike Faust, number 2, Andrew Coates.
Did a good job with field position, but let's see if Halifax can handle it as well.
Cope and Faust deep, as well as John Nethercote back deep for Halifax. High snap, good punt there.
That's a
fair
good
catch on the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Ironmen on their own 21.
Well, Bob, just a quick glance, looking down what's transpired so far. Halifax has thrown the ball 7 times while running it only 5, which is maybe a bit of a surprise. They were looking for some balance, but that's a definite trend. Danville, on the other hand, 5 passes, have run the ball 9 times. I'm sure they would love to put together here just a nice march.
Out of the eye, Miller will hand off to Ale up the middle between the guards, and he'll get
Miller hands off to Kyle
yard and a half. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Ale brought down by a host of Halifax.
I look for Danville to come again. You know, they haven't really had much established much in terms of running the ball, but I think play action pass. Halifax is reacting so quickly to the run. Their pursuit is very quick, and when you see a team do that, they're vulnerable to play action pass. They're vulnerable to misdirection. They're packing it into the line of scrimmage.
And again, your safety is almost where the linebackers are. Miller back to pass. He wants to go deep. That ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage. That was tipped, but it was intended for Josh Burquette. But somebody got a hand on it, Steve, and misdirected it.
Yeah, they did. One thing I've noticed, this Halifax defense moves laterally very well. They are very tough to get outside on. Very conscious of that. Somebody moving laterally got a hand up, tipped that ball. Danville, fortunate that wasn't intercepted.
Well, it just changed the direction on it, and everybody had to slam on the brakes, and they just couldn't get their body contorted to get it. It is 3rd and 9, man in motion. They're going to pitch. There's the option to Ale. Ale hit hard on the sideline. He'll get past the 30. It'll be close to a first down.
Yeah, we'll have to see where the spot is, but Ale turned that up and got very close to that first down.
Oh, man, are they going to measure this one, Steve? It's close. And I don't know. Yep, they're going to bring the sticks across.
We have a timeout for a measurement.
That was a good individual effort by Kyle Ale, and I really like his style of running, because when he gets the ball, he's just one of those kids that turns upfield, gets his shoulders down low, and gets everything the play is going to give you.
And it is a first down.
He did get the first down.
Ironman first down.
Good play call on the option, but again, good individual effort by Kyle Ale just to get that extra yard or two and move the chains.
Well, they run the option to the short side of the field.
Well, they're motioning away. They're getting a little bit of man coverage in that secondary, and that's an effective play when you're getting that kind of coverage.
1st and 10, 31-yard line. Again, Halifax packing it in the box. There's the option the other way. That goes to Ale. He'll slam on the brakes, change directions, and be hit. He's still on his feet. He's across the 45, and he falls down at the 50. He's trying to put a move on, and he just lost his feet. And it will be another first down, a 20-yard gain.
And again, that was Kyle Ale taking advantage of that quick pursuit.
But there is
Halifax.
a flag, Steve. Holding.
Oh, my.
Holding against the Ironmen.
Tough call there.
Well, depending on where that is, that could be about a 35-yard penalty because he gained 20 on it. Here you'll hear the call.
It's going to be the point of the foul, which is about the 39. So it's
Run, we have a push in the back, number 11, blue, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Well, Olaf with a penalty there. So that actually, there you go, let's see, 5, 10, 15,
Well, it's
20.
10 yard, yeah. That's
About a 23-yard penalty.
Well, Ale had that ball up to the 50.
29-yard line of the Ironmen.
So 21 yards. 21 yards that cost him.
Well, it's still
Ouch.
first down. That's the good thing.
First and 12.
Well, again, Kyle Ale taking advantage of that quick pursuit and cutting back. And I think this defense is very vulnerable to that cutback.
There's the option again. This time Miller will carry it himself. He'll be knocked back by, it looks like, Andy Reid.
Good smart play by Miller. Nothing there on the pitch, and rather than putting that ball up for grabs, just turned upfield, got about 3 yards, second and 9. And they're still in reasonable position here to pick up this first down.
8:49 to go here in the half, and we have a tie score at 7 apiece. It's been action all the way through. Second and 9. Out of the shotgun. Will be a quick handoff. Nope. Miller back. He's going to go across the middle as he hits Mike Faust. And Faust will be down to the 42-yard line. Big pickup there for the Ironmen. Faust coming across from the left to the right.
That was a great pattern, but I want to say Travis Miller stood back there, gave a little pump fake. Faust went downfield, broke his pattern over the middle, and I mean Miller put that ball right on the money. That was a well-executed play, good communication with the wide receiver and the quarterback, and that they were reading each other perfectly.
First and 10 from the 42-yard line. Danville's got another drive moving right here. Out of the eye, Miller back to pass. He's going deep. He wants Perquette, no good. Incomplete.
Well, what they have with their wide receiver, they have single man-to-man coverage. There's no help from the safety there at all. So you're just basically counting on your man being able to beat that halfback. And that halfback is number 5, Brandon Sturpey. And he's done a nice job. He really has. The play that he gave up, it was just a well-executed offensive play. He's playing that, now he's playing the wide receiver. He's flipping sides of the field.
Second and 10. Here's that option one more time. There's the pitch to Ale. He'll cut it back across the middle. He's still on his feet. He's across the 30. He's across the 20 and knocked down at the 14-yard line. It's the cutback, Steve. When you don't have any help back there, you are on your own, one-on-one.
That's it, and they're playing man coverage in the secondary, and they're pursuing the ball very quickly. Kyle Ale, again, like he on the penalty, the cutback is there, and Ale just broke that initial line of scrimmage and cut it back, and there's just no pursuit in that secondary.
First and 10 from the 14. Danville knocking on the door once again. There's a handoff to Jeffries up the middle, down to the 10, maybe the 9.
Miller hands off to Jeffries.
Well, there's that little quick hitter inside. It's a little misdirection, quick trap inside. Jeffries with 5 yards on that.
By number 24,
Again,
Derek
Danville coaching staff, I think, has picked up very astutely on these tendencies of Halifax and taking advantage of what that defense is giving them. Nice offensive continuity here in this drive. They're throwing the ball, they're running the ball very effectively, and putting together an excellent drive.
Jeffries a single setback. Miller back to pass. He'll roll to his right. Uh-oh, there's Faust is open. But he was trying to hit Perquette.
Flag down. I think you're going to see a lineman downfield. I think that was a head linesman, and that's my guess, but we'll see.
We'll hear what John Shoops has to say. Ineligible receiver. Good eye, Steve.
Ineligible receiver.
Here is the call.
Ineligible. Number 79 was down the field on the pass play for Danville. It's a 5-yard penalty. We'll replay second down.
5-yard penalty. It'll still be second down. Looks like 2nd and 10.
Well, that's a tough play. The backside tackle, number 79, John Godonis.
5 yards.
What happens is it plays away from you. You made your initial block. The defense is pursuing it. You don't really run downfield. You just kind of wander down, and he got caught.
Receivers wide to the right and left. There's a quick hit. Oh, trying to hit Perquette. Perquette went down.
I'll tell you, that play is open. That's just a quick slant to the wide out, to the split end on a one-on-one coverage. And, you know, it's just 3 quick steps, slant in, and that's just nothing more than a timing play. And I think Danville's going to have that just about whenever they want it.
They're going to call a timeout here, Steve.
Well, you don't want to squander this opportunity. We've got 3rd and 10 balls on the 14-yard line. You want to make sure that
first time out of the half.
You want to make sure that everybody's on the same page.
There you see the fans on the couch. That's where Steve and I wanted to do the pre-game from. As you actually win those seats down there. You got to buy some tickets and the cheerleaders pick something out. Boom, there you go. Certainly he's a little bit more comfy because I'm standing up here, my back's aching now.
We have to see if get somebody with a little influence here. Maybe we can do a game from there sometime.
That'd be cool. There you see the huddle. Mark Hummel getting ready to kick the extra point or kick a field goal if they cannot get in.
Well, you know, this is going to be an interesting call because it's 3rd and 10. You really have 2 downs here if you choose to do it. I look for Danville to go something quick on the pass. They have those quick slants open if they want them.
Jeffries is a single setback. Miller will go back. He'll roll to his right. Who's he looking for? Oh, good coverage downfield. Oh, is that a touchdown?
That's a
touchdown. It is a touchdown.
That's a great.
Miller to Perquette.
Perquette on the touchdown.
That was a great pass. And I just have to say this, Bob. At this point, Travis Miller has been unbelievably impressive. As a quarterback, he's come out, he avoided contact there. It looked like he may be pressured to not even be able to throw that ball. But he not only avoids it, he keeps his poise, he keeps his head looking down the field. He's done an excellent job.
And the extra point is good. It is Danville 14, Halifax 7. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
on TBS. Saturday nights, all right, for the best in college football action. Catch the power of the Big 12, the prestige of the Pac-10, as the best players in college football fight for a national title for the last big game of the night. Don't miss Saturday night college football all season long on TBS.
This September on HDNet. High-octane sports and entertainment.
Chance for his first goal, and he gets it!
Stunning news and documentaries. The best original programming. And exclusives you won't find anywhere else. This is HDNet. Television like you've never seen before.
Again, you see the Danville fans, and they are some happy campers here at Ironman Stadium. They have seen their Ironmen play flawlessly. There we are up there. Yeah, that's right, I'm waving at you. Go ahead.
For the Wildcats, number 33, Tyler Floyd.
Well, that was a very, very impressive drive by Danville. Running the ball, passing the ball, mixing it up, showing some real imagination with that pass offense, and capped off by just an outstanding play by Travis Miller in terms of poise and putting the ball right on the money.
Hummel with a big kick. That'll be taken by Mongold. He's across the 15. He's across the 20, almost to the 20. Let's say 20, right on the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on their own 20-yard line. They've got 80 yards to drive to try to tie this puppy up.
A little over 6 minutes left in this first half, and boy, you can just kind of feel the momentum of this game changing a little bit. Danville, that was a very impressive drive. It was very impressive.
Well, if Halifax wants to stay in this, Steve, they're going to have to get some safety help. Kaufman up the middle. He'll get about 5 on that.
Stopped by a host of Danville tacklers.
The strong young man.
It'll be 2nd and 5 for Halifax.
He runs very, very upright, and you know, it almost looked like Danville just kind of hopping on his back, and he's carrying 3 or 4 guys down the field. But
he needs to run downhill like Ale.
Yeah, he does. I think with his strength and his size, if he would just get a little forward lean, I think he'd be a lot more effective.
Out of the eye, one more time, 2nd and 5. Oh, Danville defense changing up. There's the pitch.
Pitch to number 24.
Pitch to
there he goes.
He's across the 50, the 40. It's a foot race and a great tackle there by, who was that? Smith? I think Smith for Danville. Holy smokes, that was a
62 yards.
62-yard run down to the 24-yard line.
On the 23-yard line of the Ironmen, where the Wildcats will have it first.
That's the play that
Smith comes out there to catch his breath.
That's the play Halifax needed.
Out of the eye, they send somebody in off the bench. Motion. Klinger will hand off to Kaufman up the middle. And again, you're absolutely right. He is definitely standing right up. People are able to grab him and bend him back.
Well, that's actually number 24. That was 24? Grosser, yeah. Just after that big run.
It's 2nd and 9.
But there have been some very successful running backs that were upright runners over the years. You know, and that's not necessarily bad, but Kaufman, with his strength, you just think he can be much more effective. Going to be a motion penalty there.
So much for the timing. It'll be a motion penalty there.
Remember Eric Dickerson from SMU and in the NFL, very much an upright runner, but
dead ball.
Good upright runner.
Illegal procedure against the Wildcats.
5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd and 14.
Ball marked on the 27-yard line of the Ironmen.
We're down almost to 4 minutes left. This has been a very good high school football game. Both teams have made some big plays offensively, have played good defense, but both teams have shown the ability to make a big play on offense and keep drives moving.
Halifax coming into this game undefeated. There's a draw to Floyd, and that does not go.
Ryan Olaf
anywhere.
smelled that out, and he's done a nice job in pursuit. It looked like Floyd was going to have a little bit of running room there, but Olaf came out of nowhere and held that play to about a 1 yard.
Third down and 13 for the Wildcats.
Third down in a bunch. You're going to see a pass here, I would suspect.
Well, again, they're in 4 down territory, so they don't have to pick it all up. But 3rd and 13, look for something intermediate.
Out of the shotgun. And there'll be a sack.
Brought down in the backfield by number 35.
Steve Jeffries coming in, and I mean he had his ears pinned back and came in. That's a big play. That puts him
Ball marked in the 34-yard line of the Ironmen.
Down to the 34-yard line, back to the 34.
That's a huge loss.
Zach Klinger could not afford to do that.
The Wildcats will have it on the 34.
It's about an 8-yard loss.
And 21.
Yeah, 21 to go for the first down. They got to get all the way down to the 14.
Actually, I'm a little surprised they're not even a little pooch kick. You don't want to give Danville the ball in this kind of field
Klinger
position.
rolled to the right, and he's got it on down to the 6-yard line.
Unbelievable.
The number 8.
6-yard line to Mongold.
Mongold taken out of bounds.
They got to get down to the 14 to get down to the 6. It'll be first and goal to go. Both teams coming up with the big one, Steve.
That's unbelievable. Little fade pattern, and I tell you what, this number 8 Kyle Mongold, he's a player. Listed at 5'7", 157 pounds, but looks a lot bigger down the field, doesn't he?
Sure does. 2 1/4 left on the clock here. Now the Wildcats knocking on that door. Single setback. And they'll pitch to the short side, turn it up, cut it in. Touchdown for Derek Grosser. He went to the short side, Steve, and then cut it back towards the middle, and it puts the Wildcats within 1, 14-13.
That was too easy.
I don't know if anybody touched him.
No, they didn't. He just cut it back, and he literally walked into the end zone. I don't know if anybody got a hand on him, but that play to Mongold just broke Danville's back.
The kick is up, and it looks good to me. And it is good. And we are tied at 14 apiece at 2:19 left to go. Hey, we're going to stay right here, and I'm going to tell you that the CCN Sports Presentation is brought to you in part by our fine sponsors, Vogel's Cleaners. They are the CCN 2005 Player of the Game hat sponsor, which Steve and I will be picking out. The Danville Player of the Game after tonight's contest. Turbeville National Bank, Milton Trans, Standard Journal newspapers, Bill Marks Auto Sales, Hoover Furniture Galleries, Fedder's Jewelers, the new Community Credit Union, Comcast Sportsnet, Kurtz Kawasaki, the Danville News, Domino's Pizza in Lewisburg and Milton, Kimberling's Furniture, the Watson Inn, Cleaner Lumber, Sovereign Bank, with offices in Danville, Lewisburg, Milton, and Watsontown, Fox Sports Pittsburgh, and Route 15, a Silver Moon Furniture Outlet. And Vogel's Cleaners, be sure to visit them. They are at 140 South Front Street in Milton. And check out their their monthly specials and wish them a happy 80th birthday. Vogel's Cleaners, 140 South Front Street, monthly specials. Check them out. A couple minutes to work here, Steve. Low liner. It's going to let it go.
Wow, that was close. The ball went out of bounds, but that's a free ball, and Halifax hustling down.
Everybody waiting for it to go out, and like you said, Halifax could have jumped on it and it would have been their ball. It'd been like an onside kick.
Well, 2 minutes, 13 seconds. Danville's got time to move the ball down the field, particularly the way they throw the ball. And
well, they'll get it 1st and 10 at the 35.
It's going to be interesting to see what Halifax does with his coverage.
Against the kicking team, Danville will take the ball to the 35-yard line. First down.
They can, you hear the wind down there in the officials' mic, but you can take the ball in the 35, you can take it where it goes out of bounds, or you can back them up and make them kick it again.
Well, again, just a reminder, Danville has the wind at their back, so able to throw the ball, but Halifax not really giving much ground. Boy, that secondary is tight.
Safety is maybe back a yard further. Travis Miller is back. He's under a little pressure. That ball's going to be intended for Mike Faust, but he had to leave his feet to get that, and it was incomplete.
Well, again, I have to say what's impressive with that is Travis Miller under duress and rolling left put that ball, and that ball was catchable. I mean, it would have been a great catch, but it was off of number 13 Mike Faust's hands, and Travis Miller continues to impress with his poise and accuracy throwing the football.
2nd and 10. Down to 2:07. Clock stopped on that incompletion. There's that option. Pitches it. Oh, and there's the fumble, and they'll be able to get the ball on the 30. That'll be a loss of
about 5.
Yeah.
I don't like that option play at this point in the game and at this field position. I just don't think you have a lot to gain from it, and you do have a lot to lose. You know, it's a high risk kind of play, and now Danville's kind of shooting themselves in the foot, putting themselves in 3rd and long situation, and could be forced to kick this ball away with some significant time left.
Out of the gun. Miller back, steps up into the pocket, fires across the middle, and it hits Faust in the hands.
Miller's pass intended for number 13, Mike Faust. Falls incomplete.
Travis Miller, I can't tell you how impressed I am. He just stands back there, looks like he's been doing this his whole life. Stepped right up, let that rush go right around him, and put the ball on the money.
And that will force the Ironmen to punt here with 1:15 to go.
To the Ironman number 8, Kyle Mongold.
One thing you've got to be feeling good about, though, with Danville is the way Miller's throwing the ball.
Miller to punt for the Ironmen.
You know, they can strike it at any moment, and that's like lightning in a bottle with him back there.
Kick is high, and they're going to just let it bounce. Oh! I'm not exactly sure why you're doing that, Steve.
Mike Faust hustling down. Great.
Mike Faust.
Mongold.
His Mongold's a gamer, I'll tell you. He's fun to watch.
He never seen the tackle coming.
No, but Mike Faust hustling down the field. I tell you, that could have been a big turnover right there. Mongold doesn't have the handle on that ball, but Halifax can hit the ball at 5 seconds left. Ball's in a row, 24-yard line.
I'm not sure why you let that ball bounce.
Well,
call fair catch. Good protection, or good coverage down there, and there's going to be a procedure penalty.
Maybe on Danville, it could be an encroachment in the neutral zone. We'll have to see. Looks like, well, I don't know.
Dead ball. False start.
Yep, false start.
Offense. 5 yards, still first down.
Against the Wildcats.
Well, now that's not helping them much with 1:05 to go in the half.
Really been a fairly penalty-free game. Danville 3 penalties for 18 yards, and Halifax only their 2nd for 10 yards. So both teams showing a lot of self-discipline, not shooting themselves in the foot. No turnovers to this point, so it's been a well-played game from the execution standpoint.
Grozer trying to get around the corner. You don't get her done.
2-yard gain.
He'll get about 3 on that. It'll be 2nd and 12.
This is where, if you're on the defensive side of the football, you're looking to try to stand the runner up, try to strip the ball, try to get that thing, rip it loose. 40 seconds left. If you can get a turnover here, you have a chance for a quick strike.
Dave Burrell over there calling some offensive signals. With 30 seconds to go, just going to run her up the middle and get out of here.
Yeah, either that or take a knee. They're going right up the middle.
Grosser on that.
24 on the carry.
And that will effectively end the half. Oh, they're going to call a timeout here. Danville will call a timeout. Jeremy Wynn says, you think maybe we can get the ball back?
Well, they have one left after this, so smart play. Smart play. Could force a kick. Anything can happen on a kick. You get a long snap, anything can happen. So good heads up play by Danville. Good clock management.
And there you see the Ironmen in their huddle. If they do not get any forward momentum here, Steve, you'll see them take their last time out, I would suspect.
I think so. If they stop Halifax, I look for Danville to stop the clock and force them to punt it. They don't want this clock to run out without making them punt it.
3-2-9, 5-2.
Pretty evenly played game, kind of what we expected tonight.
Well, it is. If anything, I think the surprise has been Halifax's ability to throw the football.
Behind the press box.
You know, you're coming in with a 10th grade sophomore quarterback, Zach Klinger, and he has shown a great deal of poise and shown to be a very accurate passer. I think the impressive offense in this game has been Travis Miller and his poise and his accuracy. Young man has played an outstanding football game this first half.
Out of the eye goes Halifax. Probably pile it into the middle here one more time. Right on through for about 6 yards. Danville will call the timeout here.
Gozer brought down by number 14, Miranda Wright.
And they'll make them,
well, they're gonna,
it's going to be close to a first down.
I think it's,
they're going to measure it.
They're going to measure this.
For a measurement.
Well, if they didn't get it, though, they are going to force a punt, and that's again, good clock management by the Ironmen.
If you're fourth down here, just take a knee. Don't even try to make the punt. Just take the knee at 11 seconds, and you're out of here. Oh, that wasn't yeah, that was about a yard there. But that's what I'm saying. Now you just take a knee and get out of here.
4th and 1.
Or throw the bomb.
Well, Danville has one timeout left, so
yeah, they didn't have to use it here because of the officials' time. Now Danville takes the timeout.
Now they took it. Okay.
Danville has used their final timeout.
Throw the bomb.
The clock will stop in a change of possession now. So as soon as you take a knee, you're still going to have time for one play. Right.
Yeah. Throw the bomb.
Well, you know, as foolish as that sounds, that's not a bad thought, because even if it's intercepted, it's as good as a punt. And in some ways, I would rather do that than worry about the snap and handling the ball and worry about getting one blocked.
Because you could run a couple of seconds off in the backfield, you know, rolling to the right or to the left, and then heave that sucker out of there.
But conventional wisdom, we'll see how conventional the wisdom is, says you punt the ball.
If the snap goes over your head or the punt is blocked, because you know they're going to have the block on, I would think. There's Travis Miller on the sideline.
That's why I like being up here. You're always right. Nobody can criticize. Or if they can, you don't hear them.
Heathercote back to punt. Deep for the Ironmen, 13.
Short snap.
Danville will be coming.
Oh!
Nice kick out of there.
Fair catch.
Fair catch.
With 5.3 seconds to go. They'll have a play.
At the 34-yard
Throw the
line
bomb.
Of the Ironmen. They will have it 1st and 10 with 5.3 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, I tell you, Mr. Hickox, if you ever coach football and I'm lining up a defense against you, I'll know what you're
You better play your safeties deep.
Well, Halifax is deep. They're going to have their middle safety about 30 yards off the ball.
They're playing to prevent defense. Miller will go from the shotgun, see if he just heaves it.
Yeah, you throw it underneath and see if somebody can.
There's steps up in it, feels the pressure, steps up. He's still on his feet and knocked down at the 40.
Miller brought down.
And that will end the half. It is 14 Danville Ironmen and 14 Halifax Wildcats. When we come back, we'll have second half action and Steve Bish's accurate stats. Stay with us, folks.
Domino's Pizza has 2 great locations, one in Lewisburg at 1722 West Market Street and 9 Southgate Plaza in Milton. At both locations, you can call your order in starting at 11 a.m. The number for Milton is 742-0100, and in Lewisburg, it's 524-9000.
College Football Saturday on FSN. Where America's top teams, toughest conferences, and Heisman hopefuls strut their stuff.
What a catch! Unbelievable!
Every Saturday, all season long.
Look at this guy go!
College Football Saturday, presented by Kyocera on FSN.
For 115 years, Standard Journal has been providing local news and sports coverage throughout the Valley. Did the school district raise taxes? Who was crowned homecoming queen? From the late-breaking local news to the heartwarming story about your neighbor, you can read about it in Standard Journal. Our sports department features the most consistent coverage of local sports. High school, college, Little League, if it's local, we cover it. Sports fans, be sure to read the latest take on local sports in Chris Brady's weekly column. Call today to subscribe to the Standard Journal, the voice of your hometown.
Are you ready for that new kitchen? Sit down with our experienced kitchen and bath designer, Melinda Knoll. Here at the Klinger Lumber Idea Center, you can create an atmosphere that functions for you and your lifestyle while still within your budget. With a great selection of cabinetry by Renegers, Legacy, and Aristocraft, your room can be designed by one person from start to finish. Whether remodeling your den, office, library, or even a university. For over 150 years, it's Klinger Lumber, setting a new standard for quality, earning customers one at a time.
Welcome back to Danville Ironmen Stadium, and with our halftime AccuStats here is Steve Bish.
Well, we'll avoid the Accu part of it. They're pretty close. Unofficially, tied 14-14 in first downs. Danville 5, Halifax 3. Danville had 15 rushing attempts for 69 yards. Halifax 14 for 97 yards. Danville was 4 for 12 and a touchdown passing for 93 yards. Halifax 5 for 9 and a touchdown for 67 yards. Total yards, Danville 162, Halifax 164. Danville had 18 yards in penalties, Halifax 10. No turnovers in the game. Statistically, this game is as close as it is on the scoreboard.
That is a great game, just as we suspected. Balanced offense, balanced defense. There you see a sticker on the back of a player's helmet. That's Travis Miller. It says Coach Gertie, which is Matt's dad, who is down there on the camera, on that particular camera. Coach Gertie unable to coach this year as he is being treated for some cancer, and we wish him the best, and our prayers and thoughts are with them. And Danville will be able to get some defense going here right off the bat, Steve.
Well, I think it's going to be interesting to see the adjustments these teams make. They both were able to move the ball at times, but at times both defenses came up big, made big stops. Punting game for both teams was very solid. Extra points, kickoffs, punts. On paper and on the field, these two teams have matched up evenly. And I think it will be interesting now to see how the coaches adjust. I really think Danville can take advantage of Halifax's aggressiveness on defense. Halifax is playing that press, man-to-man secondary coverage. Danville broke off a couple big plays on cutbacks. I think that misdirection, the cutback, and some one-on-one pass routes will be open.
Well, one of the things that we thought would be a factor in the game
will receive
was the wind, and it really wasn't a factor.
No, and one of the reasons it wasn't is because when the teams passed, they didn't try to go deep. It was a controlled passing game. Both of these quarterbacks, Travis Miller for Danville and Zach Klinger for Halifax, have been very impressive. Both have thrown the ball very accurately, have delivered it on time. Travis Miller, only 4 completions, but he had several passes that could have been caught. The ball was right there. Has shown a tremendous amount of poise, made good decisions. Neither quarterback has thrown the ball up for grabs, and I think both of these teams obviously have been well coached, well prepared for this game, and it's an even matchup. This should be a great second half of football.
So Mark Hummel will tee it up. You just can't resist, can you, Steve? Up here with the game ball, fooling with the game ball.
Deep to the Wildcats.
Heave it on down there, bud.
Number 8.
Well, you know how it is, Bob. We're legends in our own mind.
Number 33.
Yes, we are.
Floyd.
Well, deep for Halifax, Floyd and Mongold. Very good game so far, and
it is. Both teams have been strong in all aspects of the game: offense, defense, special teams, kicking. Just been a very solid performance by both of these football teams.
Deep kick will go to Floyd on the 5. He's across the 10, 15 to 20, cuts to the outside, and he'll be knocked down at the 14-yard line.
Sidney Smith again, number 80, forcing that. He's been. He has been very obvious on his special teams. Nice job going down, forcing the runner back in, and Danville able to keep Halifax inside their own 25-yard line, where they'll take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, just underway here in the 3rd quarter. Zach Klinger is the quarterback. They'll send man in motion. And they're going to open it up a little bit, and it's intercepted.
Outstanding.
Intercepted by number 35.
And Jeffries comes up with the INT, and Danville will take over 1st and 10 on the Halifax 44-yard line.
Well, Steve Jeffries played that extremely well. That was a nice route. That ball was probably delivered about a step too late. Enabled Jeffries to step in, make the interception. Actually, for a while, it looked like the offensive man may have dual possession, but Jeffries came down with the ball and gives Danville first turnover of the game.
Pitch to Ale. He's trying to cut it to the outside across the 40. Down to the 39.
Around the left side.
Boy, nice job out there by the lead blockers. Steve Jeffries again playing solidly on both sides of the ball. Just got a piece of that defensive end, and Ale was right in his hip pocket. Good relationship with the runner and blocker. Bounced that outside, about a 4-yard gain. But really a nice gain considering the defense didn't give away much there.
It is 2nd and about 6 on the ball spotted right on the 40-yard line. Single setback is Jeffries. It's the draw up the middle. Ooh, and Jeffries will go down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that was a little misdirection, but Derek Grosser coming from his linebacker position, picked that from the rear. And I'll tell you, Mr. Grosser's had himself a whale of a game, too. He has played extremely well, run the ball, had 84 yards rushing individually the first half, and has been a real force from that linebacking spot on defense.
Halifax, a single A school, visiting Danville tonight.
They've been a very impressive football team. They're quick, aggressive, and just relentless.
Miller gets sacked. He pumped once, and then all of a sudden, bam, he went down, Steve.
By number 81.
That was a sack all the way back to the 49-yard line. All I saw was Miller's arm pump once, and then all of a sudden he was swarmed.
Well, Travis Miller has shown a tremendous amount of courage standing in. He really does a great job standing in that pocket. But that time the pocket just collapsed. He had nowhere to go. And again, a good decision. He took the sack. You don't like to see that, but you also don't want to see a quarterback throw the ball up for grabs. So sometimes you just kind of cut your losses here, go back, punt, and play some defense.
Halifax has the return on. The punt is up. It'll be taken by Floyd, and he'll be knocked down right on the 25-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Halifax on the 25.
These Halifax receivers, I'm going to use the word daring. They just don't. They're not going to fair catch the ball. They're going to come at you.
Wildcats take over 1st and 10.
Well, let's see if they come right back firing and get Zach Klinger to pass the ball.
Well, pretty much where the second half started, on the 25. So after an exchange of possessions, we're right back where we started.
Grosser up the middle.
Grosser will get a couple up to the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brought down by number 66, Dan Marion, and number 35.
Jeffrey's in on that tackle, doing a whale of a job on the defense. He had the interception earlier.
He is. He's played an outstanding game, offensively, defensively, done a great job blocking, and has been very solid defensively.
There goes the pitch to Grosser, and he'll be swarmed under, and there's a flag on that play.
That's got to be a face mask.
Hey, you called the last one, right? Let's see if you call it this one.
Well, you just kind of call situations. There are certain penalties that seem to occur in certain situations.
Here we go, John Shoup. Personal foul, face mask, that's the big one.
Face mask against the Ironmen.
That's a tough call because that's just an aggressive penalty. People coming in, the back got spun around, and somebody's hand gets caught on that mask. And
personal foul.
15-yard walk-off.
Face mask, number 80 on the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Personal foul makes it 15.
Ball mark on the
and that'll drive the ball all the way to the 46-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 46. Halifax couldn't get it done on the ground, but they got it done there with the penalty.
Well, these teams have both been
here comes a blitz.
Almost flawless in terms of pennities.
Zach Klinger, he's Faust had position.
Mike Faust played that Mike Faust almost became the receiver on that.
Yeah, he definitely had the position on that one, Steve.
That pass was intended for number 81.
Well, Klinger had Jeremy Hoffman going down the sideline, and for an instant he looked like he was open, but Mike Faust just kind of played like a sly fox, just laid back, and when that ball was thrown, went for it, and actually had a better chance to catch it than the receiver did.
Seems to be an awful lot of bumping and grinding out there in the secondary.
The secondaries for both teams have played very well.
Hoffman.
Handoff to number 44.
And he'll get a yard. Man, that is tough running up front. And Danville has only given up about 3 yards per carry. How many carries did they have at the
number 35, Steve Jeffries. 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats.
Ask me an easy question. I lost my stat sheet.
It's not up here. No? Yes?
Halifax had 14 carries for 97 yards, but just a reminder, one of those was a 62-yard scamper by Grosser.
Klinger. Go! That was almost a circus catch.
Oh, my. There's our man against Steve Jeffries back there. And what he did was he jumped just about a half a step too quick, and the ball was just off his fingertips. And he tipped it, but Hoffman was almost able to make that catch.
There's the crowd there you're looking at.
Where's Zach Klinger, sophomore for Halifax? Throws the ball. I mean, he's got a good arm. He's very accurate, but threw that with a nice touch. Just lobbed it right over the secondary.
Neither coat will
punting for the Wildcats.
Punt it out of there. The rush is on. Oh, my. It's the fake reversed foul.
Oh, super block there by Jeffries.
And there's a flag coming in. Faust still on his feet down to the 45,
I hope that's not on
44-yard line. Jeremy went out on the field, not a happy camper.
Well, I don't know who they called that on. I'll be anxious to see this. Jeffries came out. Oh, that was
on the other side of the field.
That was not a block in the back.
As a hold.
Oh.
That was a hold there. Partisan fans not liking that call much, Steve. Let's see who it's on.
Yeah, I don't know who that was called on.
During the run back, number 35 with a block in the back.
Yep, that was
return team. It's first down after a 10-yard penalty.
Well, I'm supposed to be impartial and not react to that, but that was not a good call. I don't believe.
Well, Danville got away with a couple ones earlier.
Well, they did get away with a very obvious hold, but well, that's a tough call. But number 35, Steve Jeffries, hustling, and he's playing himself a whale of a football game.
Out of the eye, the Ironmen will go. We've got 7 minutes and 25 seconds left, and we're tied at 14 apiece. There's the pitch to Ale. He cuts it up the middle. They've kind of got a handle on that now up to the 15-yard line, Steve.
Well, I tell you, I'm looking at number 24, Derek Grozer for Halifax, and I've already decided if I go to war, I want to be on his side. he is a outstanding football player. Both sides of the football. He has played just an unbelievable game. Comes from that inside linebacking position, just scrapes off the tackle, and he's tough to block.
5'7", 180 pounds. Not exactly a giant out there. That's my size. Faust in motion. Miller stands back. He's got a little backside pressure, and he'll try to run it out of there, and he'll be knocked down for another loss, Steve.
Well, he was, but it was still a good decision. He didn't try to force that. And a lot of kids will take and try to squeeze one in there and get rid of the ball and avoid the hit, but that was a good decision. And again, I think Travis Miller has shown good judgment out in the field this evening. And again, nobody open, and don't throw it up for grabs. Don't turn it over at your own end of the field.
3rd and 15 on the 11. Looks like Halifax has made some halftime adjustments on that defense.
Well, they're coming hard off the corners, and they're forcing Danville to make a decision.
It is 3rd and a bunch. Miller will pitch to Ale. He'll cut it back the middle. He'll be hit a couple of times, and he may get a couple on that, Steve, but that option's not working right now.
No, well, especially at that end of the field. So Danville going to be forced to punt, and Halifax should come out of this with excellent field position.
Well, it'll be dangerous as Tyler Floyd, as well as Mongold, will stand back on about their own 45-yard line. Let's see how dangerous they are or make this punt return.
Well, Kyle Mongold, this kid's fearless.
Oh, it's off the side of the foot. Takes a good hop, though. There'll be no return on that. 43-yard line. We've seen Travis Miller shank one in the earlier game against Selinsgrove this year.
5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Halifax Wildcats. One more time.
Well, this is a big series, I think, for Danville. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and Halifax with their best field position thus far. And I think Danville needs to come up with a big defensive series here.
Looking for a blitz. It'll go to Grosser, and he'll be across the 40 down to the 39. Give him about 4 yards on that carry. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Boy, Derek Grosser, 5'7", 180 pounds, but I mean,
there you get a good look at him.
He is an outstanding football player.
Grosser, senior. See if they bring out the pass. Grosser is the leading running back. There he picks his way through down to the 30-yard line.
Well, I think you talked about the adjustment at halftime. What I'm seeing the adjustment for Halifax is to the lineman. Get off on the snap count, hold your blocks, offensive line, defensive line, get some penetration. And Halifax is right now winning the war in the trenches.
Well, it's 1st and 10 on the 30. Out of the eye. Mongold in motion. Hand off to Grosser, and he's just trying to pick his way through, and he'll be
no gain on the play. Stopped by
maybe got about a foot or two in that Olaf on that tackle. And there is an injured Danville player, and that may be Jeffries.
Yeah, I think you might be right. That would be a huge loss.
Get local sports from someone that gets local sports. Check in with the Comcast Sportsnet crew for the most up-close comprehensive coverage of your favorite teams. We are your locker room pass inside the action every night on Sports Night at 6:30, 10, and 1 a.m. Then after the game, our team covers your team with a complete breakdown, post-game interviews, and the press conferences. And every morning, get your sports news when you need it on Sports Rise. Our team covers your favorite teams morning, noon, and night on Comcast Sportsnet.
He actually looks like maybe he got the wind knocked out of him. I don't know.
And with this injury, it'll allow me to say that this CCN Sports presentation is brought to you in part by Vogel's Cleaners, our CCN 2005 Player of the Game hat sponsor. The Route 15 Silver Moon Furniture Outlet, Fox Sports Pittsburgh, Sovereign Bank in Danville, Lewisburg, Milton, and Watsontown, Klinger Lumber, the Watson Inn, Kimberling's Furniture, Domino's Pizza in Lewisburg and Milton, the Danville News, Kurtz Kawasaki, Comcast Sportsnet, the new Community Credit Union, Fetters Jewelers, Hoover's Furniture Galleries, Bill Mark's Auto Sales, the Standard Journal Newspapers, Milton Transportation, Turbeville National Bank. Hey, and make sure that you stop by Vogel's. They're at 140 South Front Street in Milton. Where are they at, Steve? 140 South Front Street?
In Milton, yeah.
Just checking.
I know where they are. I've been there many times.
And they're celebrating their 80th birthday, so or anniversary. Stop in and check out their monthly specials. Every month they'll have a different special, so get that 20% off.
Well, Steve Jeffries walking off under his own. He looks like he's okay. Just going to get a blow here, but
must have had the wind knocked out of him. Or are they looking at a hand? Looking at a hand in the
shoulder, maybe his shoulder.
And Halifax Danville calls the timeout.
Danville,
shoulder. Yeah, down there you can see him working on Jeffries.
Boy, that would be a huge loss to Danville. He has just been so tough on both sides of the line of scrimmage.
Working on maybe a rotator.
Now they're testing his strength. He looks like he's okay. Maybe a stinger, just a nerve.
Reaching up under that pad. Can't say as I've ever had any of those upper body injuries, because I'm so massive up front, up top there. I had a lot of lower body injuries.
Nothing up top to injure, right?
Yeah, them knees, they're vicious, knees and ankles. All right, well, we've got about 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and it's Halifax with the ball, 2nd and 10.
A little comeback screen to the outside, and
they
guess
got
who?
Mongold.
Mr. Mongold.
Still on his feet. Look at that. There's a scrum down there at the 21. That would be a host of Danville tacklers, and they'll unpile that mess. And Mongold's already up. Everybody else on the ground. That'll be close to a first down. It'll be a 3rd and 1.
3rd and short, but again, four down territory. They're just outside the 20-yard line. So Halifax, I have to say that coming out in this 3rd quarter, Halifax has come out and really kind of taken it to the Danville Ironmen. And again, I think the difference has been in the trenches. They've been more aggressive on both sides of the football.
Here comes the blitz. It's a sprint out. I'm going to throw it out of there.
Klinger's pass incomplete.
Well, Klinger, and there's going to be an intentional grounding there.
We have a flag on the play.
What are we doing? Yep.
Yep. Wow, that's a
tough call right there.
That's a big play. That is enormous.
So that'll take them back, plus not get the down.
Oh, they had third and less than a yard. Oh my. That's about a 23-yard penalty.
We have an illegal forward pass, intentional grounding against Halifax. It's a loss of down, 4th down.
That is a huge penalty. I was kind of shocked that they were throwing the ball there. The way they've been running the ball pretty much at will. And I think Halifax just did Danville a huge favor.
Man, all he had to do was just eat it right there, Steve.
All they had to do was hand it off, move the chains, and they're inside the 20-yard line.
There's a kick, and it'll take one hop. And there it is to Faust. He's got a head of steam to the 20, 25, down the 27-yard line.
Oh, what a change of events here. And again, that penalty, but more than a penalty, I think the play call, when you're third and less than a yard on the 20-yard line and you choose to pass it, just kind of baffling. They ran the ball down the field. I don't want to be too critical, but it kind of shot themselves in the foot there. So Danville.
Yeah, but they haven't been able to move the ball here in this quarter.
True.
And look at the Halifax defense has opened it up a little bit, Steve. They're not packing it in. Safeties are back a little. Miller back to pass. And he was under some pressure.
Yeah,
and
he was,
got tackled
stepped
there
up, and yeah, he just kind of ran out of time.
It'll be 2nd and 10. 2:29 left.
2nd down and 10.
There's the couch, my couch. Best seat in the house.
I don't know, Bob. Next time we're over there, we'll have to inquire about that, get reservations. Of course, with our luck, we'll be sitting there and a play will come and 3 guys will get knocked into it. And
yeah, it'll be that intentional grounding pass out to us. It's 2nd and 10. Now they're packed in there. And it's the reverse to Faust as they want to get him around the corner. He'll get maybe 4 on that one, down to the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't get the first down, but I still think it's a good call. I think misdirection, reverses, and a quick passing game, I think, can be effective against this Halifax defense because they react so quickly and pursue so effectively.
Faust must be the speedster because they've tried to get it to him a couple of times on the punt return and on that misdirection right there. It's 3rd and 5. Big play here for Halifax. We'll try it one more time. This time, Ale able to shed 1 tackler, and he'll get the first down depending on the spot.
He's got it.
He's got it out at the 40.
Boy, when you need some yardage, Kyle Ale is just a money back. He not flashy, and he's not going to break those big chunks of yard off, although he's had some nice runs tonight, but he has a nose for that first down marker and that goal line, and when he turns upfield, kept himself in bounds and moved the chains. Big play for Danville.
Aston White on the sky cam up there, making this shot. Matt Gertie down at the bottom, the Batman, and Larry Zepataki in the truck. I'm Bob Hickox and Steve Bish. Kyle Ale up the middle, down to the 42-yard line.
Never did bring him down. Danville showing a lot of play action, faking the reverse.
And 24.
Here comes Jeffries in the game. It's good to see him. He's okay.
Hale comes out, Jeffrey's in, as well as Perquette goes back in. There's the defense. Safety getting out a little bit further there, Steve, on Halifax.
Twins, but I tell you, that split end is basically one-on-one. He's playing 3 yards off, man.
And it's a bootleg. Keeper, ooh, what a tackle right there.
Miller, the quarterback keeper, picks up about 3.
Tell you, Bob, if I'm up top, I'm looking at Mike Faust over
Miller
on.
stopped by number 8, Kyle Monroe.
Trying to see the number. These numbers from Halifax
3rd
are
and
tough
5
to
for
read.
the Ironmen. Ball mark
Number 11, John.
on the 45-yard line.
Neither coat. And he's done a nice job covering, but he's playing 3 yards off the receiver. And, you know, if you've got any kind of speed or moves at all, that's awfully tempting. 4th quarter.
Down to a couple of seconds left, and we're going to end this 3rd quarter, Steve, tied. Danville Ironmen 14, Halifax Wildcats 14. Stay with us. We'll have the final 12 when we return after this timeout.
For in-depth coverage and personal stats of your favorite high school players, be sure to pick up your copy of the Danville News. Watch each week for the Game Week edition covering all the area's high school and college football games. To start your home delivery of the Danville News, visit at 14 East Mahoning Street or just call 275-3235.
Of course you don't want to pay for checking. Seriously, who does? Well, with totally free checking from Sovereign Bank, who won't? You get free online banking with bill pay and a no annual fee Sovereign ATM or Visa check card, all with no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fee. Totally how it should be. Open an account today and we'll even give you a free gift. Totally free checking. It's simple, convenient, and free. Sovereign Bank, official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Casper Add-A-Link Diamond Bracelet is a blend of the traditional with the new. Each link is hand-set with 3 beautiful hand-matched diamonds in a channel-set link enhanced by Old World engraving. Solve your gift-giving dilemma by giving that special person a starter bracelet and then add links on those big occasions in her life. Add-A-Link, a gift-giving problem solver in over 100 styles. Available at...
Have you ever said, my style is never on sale? At the Silver Moon Furniture, your style is on sale. Custom order the style and fabric you want and have it in 21 days. Create a look that's all your own using a wide selection of fabrics and colors at no extra charge. Tour the 72,000 square foot showroom and warehouse at the Silver Moon Business Center, Route 15, Lewisburg, open 7 days a week, 9 to 6 p.m.
As they break it here, big series for the Ironmen as they would like to put some more points on the board.
Well, this has been just a really good football game. These teams very evenly matched. Both teams very well prepared. They've obviously scouted each other very well. And
Faust in motion. Is that who they're going to try to hit? He's going deep. Miller is going to be knocked down at the 40. He was looking deep.
For a loss. Brought down by number 81, Jeffrey Hoffman.
Yeah, really not time.
And number
to get his feet set. And I've noticed a lot of his passes they've rolled to the left, and there's nothing wrong with that, other than it takes a little longer to get the pass off because you have to get your shoulders square and get your feet set.
Hoffman on that tackle there. You got a good look at him, number 81. But it'll be 4th and 11. Let's see if Halifax can do anything with this punt return. Miller to punt it. High snap. Not really much of a rush.
Great kick. Great kick.
They'll just let that baby see how it goes the other way. And it'll be downed on the 30.
Danville got an infortuitous bounce.
The 30-yard line for the Wildcats. But it will take over 1st and 10 with 11:07 remaining in the 4th quarter.
And we are underway here in the 4th quarter. It's 1st and 10 Wildcats on their own 30. There you see Coach on the sideline. Neither team really able to move in any significant amounts of yardage.
No, they've done a good job up front, and both of these secondaries, I think, have played extremely well. Each team has 1 touchdown pass, but They have played good athletes. They've played them
Klinger
tough.
pitches to Grozer.
Grozer around the corner. He'll get about 5 on that. Now this is the question. You know, you as a former coach, when do you get impatient, or when do you change your game plan? Now we're in the 4th quarter. We still haven't been able to move the ball. Are you going to throw the ball long?
Well, I think that depends on, number one, your game plan and your personnel. You're going to go with your strengths. You go in with a game plan. What I mean by that is field position will dictate what you can do and what kind of matchups you think you can get. So, you know, I don't think Danville's going to change anything, or Halifax. I think they're just going to try to execute. Danville's going to be caught encroaching. That's going to be a first down. But I think you go in and you have some matchups that you feel will be to your benefit, and you're going to try to get your team in a position where you can take advantage of those matchups. You can't do it every play.
That may be a first down.
Dead ball.
I think it will be.
Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
There you hear it.
Offsides against the Ironmen.
So you've got the feeling that Danville wants to look for misdirection or reverse. They have some matchups in the secondary they think they can take advantage of. What they haven't been able to do is control that rush up front the second half.
1st and 10 on the 40. Grosser trying to pick his way through. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Still on his feet.
Ryan Olaf again. And Olaf has been in on a lot of tackles also. This Danville Ironman defense has been very steady. They've been aggressive, gang tackling. You don't see one kid tackling. You see 3 or 4 consistently.
Well, they will mark him for no gain. Grosser goes out. And he'll put a couple of receivers wide to the right, one wide to the left. One step drop, and
that's going to be, I'll tell you what, that's going to be an illegal formation. I don't think the split end ever got up on the line of scrimmage, and I think that's going to come back. It looked like there's a little confusion on that formation with these twin receivers on this side, and the split end did not get up on the line of scrimmage. He was a good 1.5 yards off the ball.
And there's your
procedure penalty against the Wildcats.
That would have been a first down, or it would have been close to a first down had that play stuck.
Those are the kind of mistakes that just drive you wild as a coach, because that's a mental mistake.
You have an illegal formation against the offense. 6 men on the line. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
John Shoup doing a good job calling those penalties for us.
On the 36-yard line.
Man, you ought to be in stripes.
It's easy up here.
It's 2nd and a bunch, 2nd and about 17, 16. You can't afford to hurt yourself when you're in a position where you need to have a good drive on. Long pass, caught!
Out of bounds. And you know, he made a great catch, but give credit to Brandon Wright, because Wright used that sideline to his advantage. I mean, the kid caught the ball, but he was out of bounds. So Brandon Wright doing a great job. And I tell you, both of these secondaries continue to impress. They've done a great job covering good receivers. These quarterbacks get the ball on the money consistently.
Was that Mongol on that attempted catch?
You know, I didn't see. It wouldn't surprise me, someone to make a circus catch like that.
Out of the shotgun goes Klinger. There's a pump fake. Good block there.
He's got a man open.
Oh, and he fell.
Oh, no. What he did, he stopped running. Oh.
There it was.
He was open. He stopped running. The ball was thrown behind him. Hoffman, 81, was down the middle. Got behind middle safety, but Klinger went to pump it. For some reason, Hoffman stopped, and then when he tried to turn and go after it, he kind of lost his footing, got his feet tangled up.
Well, they'll be kicking it out of here.
Boy, you've got the feeling we're down to 8 minutes and 42 seconds. A big play may determine this game.
High punt, it'll bounce once. It'll be taken by Andrew Cope, and he'll get no return on that. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 31, and it may take a big play or a mistake.
Well, it hasn't. I'll tell you, these teams have not turned the ball over, and on special teams, they've both been very solid. Their kicking games have been good. Their coverage has been good. Just fundamentally, both teams have been very sound. So you just have to wonder which team's going to make the big mistake first. In a game like this, you just almost have to imagine that a turnover is going to make the difference in this game.
8:31. Miller back. He's going to pass. He's got Faust on the 35. He breaks one, and he'll be knocked down at the 42.
Nice move by Mike Faust. Travis Miller got that ball out to him with some room to maneuver, and Faust put a little juke and jive on, got another 4 or 5 yards out of that in the 1st down. And I think that's Danville's most effective passing game right there. Get the ball out, get some yards after the catch, and keep the chains.
41-yard line.
Loosen that secondary up, then they'll run the ball.
1st and 10 for the Ironmen. Miller will fire. He hits Faust again. That time he gets eaten up.
Faust will pick up about 2.
He'll gain a couple.
Boy, if they had a little sprint draw for that, where hand off and just come back against the grain, I think that'd be very effective. This Halifax team just flies to the football. I mean, that's not a criticism. That's a compliment. But when you do that, you become vulnerable to the cut back and to misdirection, anything coming back.
It's 2nd and we'll call it a short 8. Receiver wide to the right and to the left. Out of the eye. Miller takes 2 steps back. He hits Faust and tried to slant him in there.
Well, that was thrown just a little behind. That would have been a tough catch. Faust had to kind of reach back.
And that'll be 3rd down now.
But number 33, Tyler Floyd, played that very well. These corners for Halifax, good kids, good athletes, are quick.
You pick that one off and you've got 6 all over it.
But I tell you, you're also very vulnerable. You run that little slant pattern or take about 2 steps in and break it downfield or out, and that can also be a big offensive play too.
Speaking of big offensive play, Danville needs one right here. Down the field. Oh, he tried to hit Ryan Olaf, who was open.
Tight end, and he was open. That would have been the pass was just a tad overthrown. It would have been a great catch to make, but good play call. I like the call there. Fake the run, fake the reverse, and take your tight end down, split that down the field.
7.5 minutes to go in this contest. We're still knotted at 14.
Miller to punt for the Ironmen.
I tell you, Bob, this has been one of the better high school football games I've watched in a while.
In a long time, I agree.
This is a very well-played game.
Miller has a low liner.
And guess who?
Mongold will pick it up. Oh, he breaks one tackle, and he'll break it out to about the 30-yard line. Yikes, don't they like to catch him? They want him to bounce first? What's up with that? Man, catch the thing.
We better be sharpening up our skills in overtime here. You never know. We're down to 7:16 left, and neither team really doing a whole lot offensively.
First half was great. Second half, it's been a battle. Twin receivers wide to the right. Handoff up the middle, goes Kaufman. He breaks one tackle, and he's down to the 35-yard line.
Well, a kid like that, you definitely have to take him on low because he's standing up and he's obviously a big, strong kid, and he does not come down that first hit.
It's 2nd and 5. There you take a look at him. As we said, Kaufman is a senior, 6'1", 200 pounds. He is a load. Long goal and Sturpey on the outside, but not much going there as Kaufman will be driven back for a loss.
No gain on that play. Stopped initially by number 28, Taylor McGargle.
McGargle on that tackle. A lot of Halifax fans made the trip.
Yeah, they did. Well, this is a good football team. They're undefeated. They're 3-0. They've had a couple of real close games the last couple of weeks, pulled them out at the last minute. And last year came up here and laid one on Danville and had a running back that had 335 yards last year. That's incredible.
Beat Donegal, Line Mountain, and Williams Valley. Out of the gun. There's a screen. Ah, too high. Trying to get that screen going.
That was set up too, but you know, screen is such a timing play. Your offensive line obviously is going to block for a count and then release, but some of these guys, the whole offensive line was out there to block, but they didn't slow down that Danville rush at all and forced Klinger to throw that a little before he wanted to.
Well, there'll be another punt here by Huffman.
I think that Danville Ironmen have a big return in them right here.
Wow, that's a high punt. It's probably not going to get much of a return there.
No, get away from it.
Straight up in the air, and it's be 1st and 10 at the 41. We're down to about 5.5 minutes, Steve. 5:38 on the clock.
Well, they could get together a drive here, chew up 3.5, 4 minutes. They could make it awfully tough on Halifax. We have a player down.
Yep, official timeout, and there you see the injured player, and I'm assuming that's somebody from the Halifax side.
I think it is. I have no idea who that is.
Hey, well, we're going to take a timeout and be back right after this.
Live like you mean it with Fine Living Network. Fine Living saves you time and money and simplifies your life so you can pursue the things you love. And it's only available on digital cable. Upgrade to digital cable for CD quality sound and the best picture possible. Because digital cable is fine living.
Discovery HD Theater presents the new way to experience your favorite show. See it in HD. Now you can catch TV's biggest hits in amazing high definition, like American Chopper with more power, Trading Spaces, more color with a Jeff Corwin experience, more bite, plus a 24/7 lineup of big specials. Original series. The HD revolution is here, and we're leading the charge. Discovery HD Theater.
Stephen Gardner looked like the injured player, and he was up and down and up. Anyway, he's out of there now. Danville's got 1st and 10. Are you going to throw it here, Steve?
Well, you can. You've got a nice favorable matchup over here out wide.
There you got fouls with the circus catch.
Oh.
He sheds one tackler. Oh, he almost broke it there.
Well, John Nethercoat came up and had Faust for a loss, and just Faust was able to slip that tackle somehow. Nethercoat has been a good tackler and made some big stops here, but ends up with an 8-yard gain, and that's a good way to start the drive.
Yeah, 2nd and about 2.5 as the clock continues to move, as Danville would like one last drive and get into a position for a score. I would assume you'll see Hummel up sometime to work out his leg if Danville can get down there. There it is. As they have Brandon Wright.
I'll tell you, Brandon Wright just made a super adjustment on that ball. But again, Travis Miller threw that ball. It was a fade pattern, but he threw it to the sideline side of Brandon Wright. Wright was able to turn, make that catch. The defender, number 18, Seth Taylor, was right there, but just unable to make the adjustment in time. Outstanding individual effort there by Brandon Wright.
Halifax drops one back. Miller back. He's rolling to his right. He's looking for a little help, and he'll be sacked.
Miller brought down in the backfield.
It'll be a loss of a couple.
I'm watching these patterns when they're rolling. They have two receivers out, one in the flat, one deep. But I think if Danville, and I don't know if they have this, but if they have something on the backside, even a delay pattern coming across that middle, those linebackers are just flying up in support of that. And that middle is a little vulnerable.
The ball will be spotted in the 32-yard line.
Put it this way, I can see that, so can their coaches.
But can you make the adjustment to
Well, it's tough because Halifax gets in your face in a hurry, and it's tough to see the field when that happens.
Well, it'll be second and about 15. 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go out of the shotgun. Miller back. He's going deep, and that's way deep.
Well, it looked like there was a mix-up there. Faust broke that pattern off, went down and then broke it to the sideline. It looked like Miller anticipated him running a little deeper, what we call a flag pattern, to the corner of the end zone. So maybe just a little miscommunication.
Well, anyway, it'll be third and a bunch. 3rd and 15. Clock stopped at 3. Double deuce.
3rd and 15 for the Ironmen.
Danville, I think, is calling a timeout. Yeah, they were having trouble getting the play in. And boy, again, you're down this far. You just don't want to make a mental mistake there. So I think that's a good play. 3:22 left. Danville down to 1 timeout, but they're in 4-down territory, Bob. And again,
they've got to get down to about the 16-yard line for a first down.
Well, and again, I don't know what Hummel's leg is in terms of what his range is, but you got to think they're going to have to get the ball down to about I'm going to say first down yardage is a 17. They're going to have the ball down in that range to even think about a field goal.
Corey Durr from Milton last week kicked the 32-yard field goal in that big 50-0 win over the Milton over the.
But 32-yard field goals kicking from the 22. That means the ball's on the 15. So I mean that's how far you need to get it down to even be thinking about that. The 15 will give them a first down.
So if they don't get a first down here, I would assume you may see a field goal attempt with the clock at 3:22.
Well, again, I don't know what Hummel's range is. They have a magic number. Oh, great block. Oh,
he's got Faust.
That was a great catch. That was an unbelievable catch.
I don't understand why Halifax watched him make that play.
Well, I got to tell you 2 things that happened. Number 1, Miller put the ball in the money. But even more important than that, Steve Jeffries just put a tremendous block on that defensive end coming in, enabled Miller to throw the ball, and then Mike Faust made a circus catch on the sideline. So 3 outstanding efforts on that play. That's the big play Danville's been looking for.
It's first and goal to go. 3:15. Miller sprints out. He's going to option it to Ale. Ale tries to cut it back. He's going back the other way and knocked down at the 10-yard line.
Brought down for a loss.
Kyle Ale, I think, has realized that cutback is there. I mean, it's not automatic, but when they come across and force you wide, that's where he's seeing the field and he's looking for that cutback, and that's a smart move.
Ball marked on the 10-yard line.
Receivers are coming in. Miller getting the play.
Well, this is where you want to look at those quick slant patterns. The way Halifax is playing, by angle, they're giving some of those.
Two-step drop. He hits Josh Perquette at the 2.
That's just Halifax is playing Perquette far too loose. Number 18, Seth Taylor has played him just far too loose. Down in that area, you cannot give a receiver 3 steps and a break, because if the ball's delivered on time, it's pretty much undefendable.
And here comes Ale, and I would imagine you'll probably see Ale with the ball.
Well, it's 3rd down, and he's got Jeffries as the lead blocker. For my money, that's who gets it.
Hand off to the first man through Jeffries, touchdown!
I want to tell you how appropriate. Number 35, Steve Jeffries. Bob, this kid's had a whale of a game. I'm telling you, he has done it all on both sides of the ball. And
Danville 20.
And Danville takes the lead.
14.
And they will go for 1.
Mark Hummel into attempt the point after.
The snap, the kick is
up.
Is it good? It is good. And a 7-point lead for the Ironmen. We'll keep it right here, 21-14. A tremendous drive for the Ironmen.
That was outstanding. And I'll tell you, Mike Faust with Circus catch, Travis Miller, who has thrown the ball extremely well all night. And I just, again, can't say enough about Steve Jeffries and the job he's done. Blocking, running, tackling. Danville Ironmen have come out and put on an impressive performance tonight.
Well, Halifax has got a $1.45 to try to even this baby up.
And lest we forget, they've had some big plays tonight, and plenty of time left on the clock.
Danville trying to go to 3-1.
Deep for the Wildcats. Kyle Mongold and Tyler Floyd.
Mongold and Floyd back deep on their own 5.
I'll tell you the danger. Mark Hummel's done a great job kicking off, but the danger when you have a kicker that good is he outkicks his coverage a little bit. And he gets the ball deep, and runners get a good head of steam. And if Danville does not stay in their lanes, you become vulnerable for a big return.
It would be a short kick, and it is high, and it'll be taken by Floyd on the 5 across 10 to 15, right up the middle. He's still on his feet down to the 32-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. $1.40 left in this contest. It's been everything that we expected.
This has been really an entertaining football game. You know, one of these teams is going to lose, but I think we need to take our hats off to both coaching staffs. They've had these kids extremely prepared. Both teams very well coached, that's obvious. They have not made mistakes to shoot themselves in the foot, made big plays on both sides of the ball, and just have not given up.
Klinger back, he's going deep, and too deep as a matter of fact. That ball intended for neither coat.
Well, neither coat again broke off his pattern, quit running, and boy, this Klinger's been impressive, hasn't he? A
sophomore quarterback.
A lot of poise out there.
There you see some of the Danville players trying to get the crowd fired up. It's 2nd and 10.
This Danville crowd very enthusiastic, and rightfully so. They have a good, solid football team here. Jeremy Wood's done a great job.
Oh, it's a fumble! That is it!
By the Ironman, number 58.
Klinger able to get sacked and coughs the ball up. That ball jumped on by Dustin Hunzinger.
I didn't see who hit him, but I think it might have been Jeffries. I'm not sure. There were a couple guys in there.
Wildcat territory.
Well, that will seal the deal.
1:28 remaining.
1:28 to go. You take 3 knees and get out of there.
Trying to find out, but Olaf and Jeffries were both in on that, and I tell you, those 2 kids have really played super on defense. Well, that's the big turnover that makes a difference. And You had to feel like something was going to happen here. Boy, these teams have really taken care of the ball tonight.
Ale up the middle, and Halifax will take a timeout.
Wildcats.
That is their first timeout. And that was the play, the big play, or the mistake, depending on which side you're on.
Well, it wasn't really a mistake. It's just a big play, and it's, you know, sometimes you fumble the ball because you don't take care of it. Other times, the other team just forces you to cough it up, and I think that's what happened there. Danville came in, a big play, and hit Zach Klinger, and I don't care who you are, sooner or later that's going to pop out of your hand.
Well, he took a big hit. There's no doubt about that.
I'll tell you, he's an impressive young man. He's had an outstanding game, particularly for a sophomore, shown a lot of poise, and certainly has done his share to help Halifax win this game. But you got to say with Danville tonight has truly been a team effort. They have done a lot of things very well. They've run the ball effectively. They've passed the ball effectively. They've played good defense. They've stopped the run. They've covered receivers very well. Their special teams, their kicking game has been good. They've just been solid in all aspects of the game.
2nd and 9. 1:22 to go. Ale up the gut. Still on his feet, down across the 15 to the 14. And another timeout by Halifax.
Well, Bob, hats off to Coach Jeremy Wynn and his coaching staff and the Danville Ironmen. Outstanding game. And you know, I got to say this, probably much of that third quarter, I thought Danville was on their heels. And I thought Halifax had a little momentum going, and I thought up front Halifax was being more aggressive. But to Danville's credit, they turned that around, took control, gave Travis Miller time when he needed it, got some crucial yardage. And you know, a good football team is good because people make big plays. And it's not good because of one person. It's good because a lot of people make big plays. And we can go right down the list. Their receivers, their runners, their linebackers, their defensive backs. Their line has been solid. And getting to that, we need to pick a player of the game, Bob.
Well, I think we both have somebody in mind.
There are a lot of kids that have played out and made big plays, but
quarterback sneak,
Miller and a quarterback keeper.
He may be close to the
and
first
down. That young man has played very well too, but the kid that I think has just made a difference. And
Miller picks up the first down.
Consistently, a big playmaker both sides of the ball is Steve Jeffries. He's done a great job running the ball in his linebacker position, tackling, and he's made some outstanding blocks. Outstanding blocks. So, player of the game for the Danville Ironmen tonight, number 35, Steve Jeffries.
Well, they can't stop it, and they'll just take a knee here. There's the hand up by the official, and they take a knee. One timeout left here. Halifax.
The Wildcats take their last time
44 seconds to go.
44 seconds remaining.
Steve Jeffries, our Danville player of the game.
The Ironmen, 2nd down and 11.
So Jeffries will get the Vogel's Cleaners CCN 2005 Player of the Game hat. So when you see
it's a mouthful, isn't it?
I can't hardly get it all out. So when you see these guys stop into Vogel's Cleaners on 140 South Front Street and say, hey, thanks for giving the CCN Player of the Game hat. Steve, I think you are the announcer of the game tonight.
Well, we'll split that, Bob. There's no one else to take the blame. Well, and again, this Halifax team, I tell you, it's a team, a lot of football teams aren't going to want to play them. They are very aggressive, very solid in all aspects of the game, and this was an outstanding high school football game.
Miller.
Danville has more points, but I tell you, neither team has to worry about how they played tonight. They both played super.
So Danville will win it by a score of 21-14. And Halifax will end up going 3-1, and Danville will now go 3-1. Danville wins tonight's contest 21-14. For our crew, Matt Batman Gertie and Aston White, our director Larry Zapataki, and my partner Steve Bish. I'm Bob Hickox saying good night, everyone. We'll see you next time right here on CCN Sports.
14.